airstrike to the Valentina, and you're up against a chip. Are you willing to be static?
Well, then maybe the Aurora then, right? It worked before.
Yeah.
Gives a lot of space, and then makes it easier for the Hayabusa to actually get his quad shadow in. Other than that, if you want to be super safe, I guess the Novaria. Oh, the Kimi. Completely forgot about the Kimi for this one. And we just talked about how there's no Kimi in this series. And then
yeah. Finding out, so the two heroes that we both mentioned, like, has been kind of missing in the in-game action, finally pop up. The Glue for Mythic Seal, the Kimi for Yangon Galacticos. I'm thinking, though, there's something about the lineup of Yangon that I feel like if they lose this early, it's so devastating to try and make a comeback, because they are not an early comp. They are 100% wait for Kimi and Granger to get their items comp.
Yeah, unless the Hayabusa gets good kills, but looking at lanes, it's only the 1-1. But then Boya just has to stay around the goal lane, and then you just neutralize the Hayabusa. I do agree with you. There's not a good lane for Han to actually get a kill. You can try out the Nico, but Nico has been proving he used to be a jungle, and a lot of those skills transferred to the mid.
Let's see what's gonna happen in this one. It's game number 5. Will it be another stomp trade? Will it be an even more competitive game? If I've learned anything from this region and for their gameplay, you never know what to expect. It's the grand finals, baby.
Whoever gets the win here will be claiming a match point, because the score right now is 2-2. Who will get the third victory? This is Mythic Seal going up against YG. And in this draft, this time, Mythic Seal, without that joy, can they get a win?
If they get a win without their joy, that has to be like one of the most joy that they'll feel in this series outside of getting the joy. It's like, guys, we can actually do it, and we did really well without it. Well, that's one less thing to worry about in the draft for us.
Yeah, and then can be like, yeah, but still, if it's open, give it to me.
Yeah,
it's like yes, we can without it, but just give it to me. I kind of like it. Let's remind everyone at home, they played each other yesterday in a best of 5, and it was YG was the one that actually got the W. Even though we have to mention it was off of the mistake coming in from Mythic Seal, and historically it's always Mythic Seal favored. So YG, this is their setting ground, right? Not only would they be able to confidently beat Mythic Seal, but go to MSC, and now they went on to Boya. Boya actually flickering out, but Blink is going to be the one gets taken down. Ken grabs first blood.
Exactly what we were talking about. Yeah, they found a good start. They could have taken Boya down, but trading against the core 3 of Mythic Seal is so difficult for a Kimi, a Badang, and a Hayabusa to do. 100% the Lucas, the Chip, and the Valentina all will trump them in damage. That even if they get a good pick, 100% Mythic Seal will be able to trade out with the composition that they have in the center of the map.
Unless Mythic Seal just completely whiffs a lot of skills. And now looking at the turtle has been started. Ying trying to push people away. Nico doing significant damage onto Ying. And they got to be careful, because between the Hayabusa as well as the Lucas has a better time, but now Boya got caught. He uses the ult here, but Boya gets taken down by Lina. The fight continues. Ying actually takes down Ken. What was I saying about missing abilities? Now, Mythic Seal, they're the ones gets taken down.
Oh my goodness, Ying, I did not see that coming. Neither did Kun. And Yangon, just like that, turned things around. The sheer willpower of this Baxia with a Revitalize was the difference maker. Tortoise's Pusas also dropped down. Oh my god, I did not see that coming.
Yeah, now Lina, quite early, getting that concentrated energy, making it so that you can stay in the fight for a long time. Not just with the sustain, but with the build up of the damage as well. Funny how whenever we say like, oh no, this is bad, they're in a bad spot. Oh wait, they just got a few kills. Oh, now it looks better now. Lina popped off yesterday, getting an MVP performance. I believe only dying once. 2-0-1, already looking pretty good on this Kimi. And unless Boya gets a good flank, no one can get on top of this Kimi because the Kimi is very, very slippery.
Facing an opponent that you don't expect is dangerous. Facing an opponent that don't even expect what they're doing is even more dangerous. I feel like that's like the learning I'm gonna get after this grand finals, where it's like if your opponent even doesn't know or completely understand what they're doing and they're beating you, then that is more terrifying than anything. And with how Yangon are playing, with how Mythic Seals are playing, again, I can't fault Mythic Seal for wanting to take that fight. They take this fight in the bottom lane, but look at Ying. An absolute wall in the bottom lane is like, I'm fine here. I don't even need to pop my Revitalize. Though he did use his ultimate. So that might be the timing that Mythic Seal, or the condition that they wanted to remove before the turtle spawns in 22.
It's crazy. There's absolutely no change on the Baxia. It takes Kimi to come back into the meta for people to realize, like, hey, why did we stop using this guy? It's kind of crack. It's kind of good. Anti-heal is amazing when you don't have to build for it. And now, speaking of which, the turtle is spawning. Looking at all the spells, everyone has everything. Even Ying on that Revitalize. So if they want to go for a team fight, everyone is available. The question is, how does Mythic Seal go for this team fight? Does Kun start it off? Do they wait for Boye with the portal? Or can just say, hey, I can do 1v5, no problem. Hold my drink.
Yeah, I think it has to be through multiple angles. Earlier, it looked like Yangon really ready for the entry of the chip. It looks like the Glue is going to be the first in the target. Kun able to still get away. Boye finds the gank angle, but just like that, Yangon back off. They were ready for the entry of Boye. Turtle, no one full committing just yet, but Mythic Seal have opened up the bottom of the map again. Decided to split push instead. It's going to be a longer dance for this Turtle.
Yeah, I feel like Ken really wants to rush those 2 item power spikes because that skill, that would really help out. Nico now, oh boy, use the teleport, gets onto Stage. Stage tries to run away. There's nowhere you can go. Ken secures the kill. Hun gets the turtle, sure. But now Ken, with the War Axe, he will be ramping up higher and higher in damage as the fight goes.
Good trade for Mythic Seals. They decided to give up that turtle. They got a kill up top onto the gold laner. They'll get their 1-1 out, but in the bottom lane, looks like Ying and Blink will stop Ken from being able to defend the tower in the bottom. So trades across the map. Both teams playing to the macro. I'm liking how this game is going down more. I think this is the closest game that we've seen so far this series.
Yeah, looks more balanced.
Yeah.
A lot of teetering, seesawing, not really a single stomp. We don't see anyone making huge mistakes, and we're just seeing that teams just trying to outplay each other. So yeah, definitely looking pretty good. Lina now having the Blood Wings is going to be a bigger problem soon. I'm really looking at how Mythic Seal can take care of Lina, because if not, going to take over the game. Because at the late game, when everyone skills up, I would say YG has the advantage here.
Oh my goodness, oh, they popped and found Ken! That was just Ying providing vision and Han deciding to go in shadow kill. Ken gets blasted in the map, and Yangon looks like aren't completely phased by what happened in the previous game. They're making the right decisions across the map.
Yeah, and now Boye is holding that bush. Even if he does use the shortcut, I kind of doubt that they're really ready for a kill. But now that Ken is up, he wants to go onto Stage. Shortcut comes in. Ken gets the kill onto Stage, and now no one can help out. Everyone disengage. And put the cherry on top, even the turtle spawns there.
Yeah, you can't blame anyone at that point. At that point, it's literally just accepting reality. It's like, oh, this is what it feels like to go up against a chip. You know, this is what happens to us. And now Yangon will have to try and contest this turtle if they will, with just 4 members. They don't have their gold laner right now. Stage has returned to the map, but it looks like Ying is going to get trapped there. Already popped the revitalized Tortoise. Q-Sans keeping him alive as well. Crossbow stack already committed. No ultimate here for the 1-1. Han goes in. YG goes in, but Ken gets the retribution. He gets the turtle down. High boosted down as well. Make that a double kill for Ken. He's going after Stitch, but Ken has taken too much damage. He backs off. Meanwhile, another kill on the board there for Nico as he takes down the Basha to boot.
Oh, it's starting. It's starting. Kun and Nico trying to show up. I like when Nico gets an aggressive mid lane, man. But something to note, I saw signs that actually YG can control this like crazy, because we talk about how the Boxia is good against the Kimmy. Now to think about it, it can be good against the 1-1 as well, because he took the entirety of the crossbow of Tang and it barely hurt him. The one that hurt him was Nico and Ken.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I was waiting to see the health bar go down quicker, but oh wait, it's Marabelina and Blink. Let's see if the 1-1 will have enough damage. Only up to 2 main items. Had to build the Wind of Nature, so went for defensive for the third. Let's see if Ying will be able to absorb the damage of the 1-1 later on. Again, another fight at the bottom.
That looks like Kuan got caught, immobilized, and now Han goes in with the Ogi Shadow Kill, but it only hits the longs, the glue, making the Hayabusa be like, bro, what you're targeting? I'm still here.
That was unfortunate for Han. I was wondering, it's like, wait, what is this hitting? And then you pointed it out. It was the longs of the glue. And you can't blame it, because I think Hayabusas are used to that timer, even though it's been a while since this revamp came out. You're used to thinking of that as the ultimate. But now it's just the second skill, bro.
Yeah, not gonna lie, even I forgot. I was like, hey, there's no damage. And it's like, bro, of course. You're split up into multiple beings. Hey, now it's something for us to consider in the draft after this. Like, hey, Hayabusa, counter with the glue.
Yeah, let's see. Okay.
Of what they're aiming for. And now we're jumping back into the game. Mythic Seal still controlling the Lord. And then YG here looking at Blink, trying to find an opportunity to actually go in. Nico takes away that fist break.
Okay, gets the ultimate of the Badang. That could be big later on. It's only a small lead here for Mythic Seal, so Yangon definitely has a chance to turn things around. Maybe a miraculous steal by Han and the Lord could be one of the things that they're eyeing at. Make it look like that they're going for a full fight, but they're actually just setting up for the retreat. Then they all back off. See if they can actually find that.
Now they see Ying being in the front line. It looks like they were trying to entertain the idea of actually taking him down, but both Lina as well as Stitch is there just to deter them for a bit. Now it looks like Mythic Seal, even though they're losing a bit in terms of where they're positioned at the Lord, but look at down bottom. The Lucas is slow pushing that one, so they're trying to play the back row game here against YG.
Yeah, they sent the Granger back. Kimmy also pushed back a bit, although he's there paired up with Blink to clear up the middle minion wave. Still looks good for Mythic Seal, honestly. Again, they have the chip with them, so they can call in reinforcement very quickly.
Yeah. Traction Pulse, pull, Zippy Cutie, going quite low. And looks like what Mythic Seal really wants is actually to go for the kill, because they actually had an opportunity to just go straight for the Lord, but they resetted it in order to bait out YG. So they're playing the patient game here. They want to have a very clean team fight win. But look at here, it looks like Ken got caught. He tries to get away. Boye now coming down bottom. Stitch is able to get away, but now the portal comes in trying to get Blink, but Ying goes in, and Ken gets shut down. Blink gets the kill, gets the kill onto Nico. And even though Mythic Seal, they wanted to fight, YG is so ready for this fight. Only Good and Zippy Cutie is still alive. One person is on the Lord, everyone else try to rush mid.
A worldie of a turnaround for the Galacticos. Now they have a considerable lead. They found the read onto Ken, wanting to clear up the bottom portion of this jungle. They were able to escape the initial shortcut. Then they
langsung berbalik, guys. Langsung berbalik.
Gets the Lord. What a turnaround. This is the grand finals game that we're waiting for. Neck and neck, 13 minutes in. And now Mythic Seal has to defend against a lineup that is very good against sieging.
This is showing that YG has understood the pathing of Mythic Seal. They know that Ken is going to be the one handling the sideways. They don't have to control the sideways. They just have to wait down in the middle, man. Catch him in the middle of the rotation, and this is where we see the prowess of a Badang. One good set and then you win the team.
Kenapa nak event itu semua anjing? Kasih itu anu.
Chip. Ying hold the
Chip mo
front.
sayang,
He actually
Lanjao.
spots out the chip. This might be a big force
Mati,
fight.
Chip.
If Boy decides to use down the shortcut, what is the call gonna be for Mythic Seal? Is he just gonna run? Han goes in with a shadow kill, but it gets spread out to the minion wave. Boy will be able to escape, and here comes the shortcut. The turnaround, baby. Crossbow of Tang, ready.
Nabaliki, nabaliki,
Galacticos has
nabaliki.
spaced out. Han gets found out by Ken, but Blink finds the Lucas. Han gets spotted out by Nico. Both jugglers are down. Sippy Cutie finds the Baxia. A wall by the Badang means another kill traded. 2 for 2. What a sequence. Nico might be final, but Boy is here.
Eesh.
Dude, Boye trying to help out any way that he can. Nico still survive, having to flicker out of that. And dude, Ken, he actually made the right play. He waited behind. He tried to catch someone. He went for Han. But what happened? Why was the flash combo not enough to take down this Hayabusa? And I gotta say, Hayabusa being able to dodge the Bijudama point blank, now that's a Dikasih moment right there.
What a dodge by Han, and that little moment led to a big result, which was just an even trade across the board for these two. That Mythic Seal don't need to worry. It looked like it looked very bad for them. That they turned it around, but then Blink showed up. Back and forth again. This is the quality we've been waiting for this grand finals. After 4 games of just trading dominant performances, we finally get to see an even playing field, an even ball game. It's now up to who slips up first or who shows up a level of quality unexpected by the other. This is game number 5. This is the grand finals for the inaugural Super League, and this is what we've been waiting for.
This is crazy, man, but I gotta say this. The one that has to take down the tank, the Baxia here from Ying, is not the marksman. It's actually the mid laner, because Zippy Cutie, like, yeah, you have great attack speed, but Baxia loves that. 1-1, Kimi, Claude, give him all these attack speed heroes, and Baxia will be smiling. Like, Baxia could die for sure, but maybe in the next 3 patch, it will take such a long time. It gives room for Han, Lina, and Stitch to deal the damage.
Speaking of damage, you're seeing crit values coming out of that 1-1, 1,400 with the physical, 867 plus on the magic. Oh, the damage is online for this 1-1. Yangon, what's gonna happen here? Because Mythic Seal looked clear into getting that Lord.
Oh, it now looks like Ying finally got caught, taking a lot of damage, but finally gets taken down. Good, having to flicker out. Ogi shadow kill onto the members of Mythic Seal, and now looks like with the Winter Crown, and look at that! Oh, coming in from Nico on the Valentina, taking away the Badango, and now Zippy Cutie goes for the kill, triple kill, able to get Stitch, and now only Han and Nico, dude, no.
Oh, Nico.
Oh, Nico.
You know what? He deserves him. Let him. Because when you need someone, when you need anyone to show up, small in stature, big in how he plays and how he has led Mythic Seal to secure match point in this game number 5. Valentina cosplay as a Badang. What a final big series of punches.